that money that you paid, you'll never get that money back, and they never gonna give it to you vote. So what did you pay for? It's all a scam.
Yeah, it's cold-blooded scam, man. Really, all their asses should be locked up. That's why Luigi getting so much love, because these people, they make it very difficult for people to live a quality life. Even if you got money, there is so many there's so much temptation out there to get you off your square, where you can call yourself buying good food and all of that stuff, but they're allowing these people to put chemicals in our food. They're mislabeling the food.
Right.
These food companies are running amok,
Right.
and there is little to no oversight, because everybody, all of these people that are tasked with, looking after us and making sure that we are safe, they're getting paid, man. They're getting the money and taking off.
They getting paid, and they getting told what not to eat and what not to drink. See, that when people ask what is an elite, what do they mean by that? That means then the people that got all the cheat codes.
Mm-hmm.
They know what not to drink, what's not healthy. They know all the cheat codes. Now you finding out Whole Foods ain't nothing but a bunch of synthetic foods. Ain't never been nothing Whole Foods about it. But somebody got together and said, "Hey man, let's run this scam together. Long as we act like it healthy, they gonna buy it." And I'm like, yeah, but look at this. People can say what they want to say. A lot of times I put up the way we live, or the way the elders still live in the country. They're going to break that hog down, man. They're going to rub them things. They're going to cut that fat back, man. They're going to sprinkle. People be like, man, what is all that? I say, man, let me tell you something. That way of living is way cleaner than everything you going to get out that grocery store. And them folk right there, they gonna have a way better health situation than you are. And most of them strong as oxes and gonna live to the end of time. So it's like, for me, when I look at things, I say, it seemed that everything that the elders taught us that was the right way, society has made it to be taboo. Believe me, not the people that raised you. Is what they telling me. And I'm like,
not the people that love you.
Yeah, not the people. Yeah, the people that love me want me to live. The people that don't, they would want to profit. And when you just look at music right now, it's like music can turn into a just like, it's just like this, OG. It's like when I heard you say, "I'm about to kick your ass through the gold post of hell," I just sit there, man. That was one of the hardest lyrics. That was like one of the hardest lyrics anybody could say at the time, but you understood it. Like, he just saying, man, don't fuck with him, man. The wrong way. And it's just to listen to what y'all would teach us and what y'all would put in the music. Like, it's like the cleanup man. It like to learn how to deal with certain type of women. We learn from them raps. We learn from them songs. And I think that even when we was trying to be our worst, y'all still taught us something. We still learned from listening to the Ghetto Boys. I learned from listening to NWA. And I think, like I learned listening to Public Enemy. And I think that once these people got in here and said, no, let's change this shit, because when we were kids, when we was just getting into the music business, it was like the music business and the movie business, they were like enemies. Like, oh, we don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with us. And then all of a sudden, it's like, now they enjoying together, and now it's just a pact to be able to run through the youth. It's like, we not here to help, we here to pimp, we here to goddamn slave drive, we here to take, and we here to destroy. And I think that ain't what we got from our music. That ain't what we got. We got learning experiences from rap. And I think rap right now is it's in a place of it's in the wrong hands. And, not to be disrespectful and not to be make folk hair stand up. I really do think that it was a plot against the South. It looked like it. It looked like it was a plot against everybody that they couldn't control, put the police on them. Slow them down till we figure out how to control everybody. And it's like you wake up, just like now, talking to organized noise, they was like, bro, what we signed in the 90s ain't the same contracts they signing now. We got $1 for something. They signing for true zip, 0 point nothing. So when you look at it, it's like, damn, once they realized that we were smarter, we were making better decisions, then it's like, how do you control a bunch of black people with power? Put them in jail. You put the police on them. So when people ask me, when they be like, man, Gipp, why you think? I'm like, just go back and look at that time. Why everybody went to jail? All of a sudden, they were hit artists. Why? Because they knew that it was like, if we don't control this bunch, then we not gonna control the industry. And it's like, in them times, OGs are supposed to teach the youth about the shortcomings and the falls and what not to do. And it seemed like the more and more I came up in the industry, they were trying to separate us from the youth. Like, don't listen to my old nigga, man. Them old nigga, man. They ain't gonna tell you nothing right. Huh? How you not gonna listen to me, shawty? And what they did was they said, how do we beat the respect and love they got for them? How do we get them to change their focus to us? Pay them more than they worth. So what you did at the pandemic, start paying these kids more than what they worth. That was the way to break the relationship between the youth and the elders. Once you give a child millions of dollars, shit, what he gonna tell him?
Okay. I absolutely agree with you that somebody got to the youth, and they turned the youth on us. And a lot of the youth do not respect the elders. They have zero respect for those who came before them. They don't have no respect for the pioneers, no respect for the people who paved the way, who opened the doors. They have zero respect for that. So we know that somebody got to them. But who got to us?
Who got to us?
Who got to us to make us, the elders, disconnect with the youth? Because I know a lot of elder people, a lot of the older people who disrespect the youth. When they talk about the youth, it's them motherfuckers. It's over. They crashed out. They'll say things like, "This generation is cooked," as if the youngsters can't read, as if the youngsters can't hear them talking.
Yeah.
And so my thing is like, to try to get an understanding. If the idea is for us to connect with the youth and for us to join forces, because one is not going to make it without the other, then we should be doing things that are consistent with the objective that we want to achieve, right? And we're not doing that. If somebody, let's say if you have a situation with, you want to check one of your children, right? And you want to put them up on game. The best way for them to receive it is respectfully, right? As opposed to just because you can, how far you think you're going to get with that? And I think that our elders have been disrespectful oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes our elders have been disrespectful in their approach to communicating with the youth.
I think the approach is because I think it became a time where the parents and the grandparents got younger. And I see that a lot of these kids, the difference between my relationship with my parents and my grandparents is that I was never their friend. And I think that it's been a 10-year, 15-year lifespan that I think that these kids that came up more they friends with their parents than being actual kids and parents. And I think that's where the difference came in between us and them. We had to respect elders, and you was gonna respect elders. I think in this time and day, the internet has destroyed the relationship between the child and the parent because the internet has educated and given the child a TV into life that his parents might not have told him about or educated him about, and it kind of gives the child a false sense of being grown, and they'll turn around and challenge their elders because they're able to get this information out this telephone. But what I tell the youth is that even though money gives you power and a sense of presence, your elders can give you the blueprint of what life is and the mistakes of life. That don't change. You know, I understand when you go around and you see older cats hanging with younger cats, talking about that's my big homie. Like the like the bro. Like, I don't care how much money I ever could have made, bro. My daddy would not take no money from me. I raised you. You don't owe me nothing. So when I hear when parents was, yo, you made some money, you owe me, my daddy taught me he ain't owe me nothing. I ain't had to come here.